And now, it's time for Levack and Goz to answer the question, why?
Why? Tell me why?
Why?
All right, this is the part of the show where we attempt to make sense of the universe and all its questions. Goz breaks out the why, and I attempt to answer them.
That's a big pressure right there. Answer all the questions of the universe in 12 minutes?
For a lesser man,
Okay.
it might be, but I can handle it. Let's go.
Siena Saints head basketball coach Jimmy Patsos did the invincible handshake.
It is invincible, too. No one can beat it.
Right.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Why?
Perfect. This is Jimmy Patsos, okay? He is a genuine, honest, and funny, creative dude. I'm a fan. You walk over, you expect to say, you're basically running through your mind what you're going to say to a guy that you're friends with that you've just had a fight with. You know what I mean? And you look up and he's not there. So you got two choices. Look around like the fool, or make him the fool by pretending to shake hands with people who aren't there.
This is not going to surprise you at all, but sometimes I do things that are really weird and bizarre and strange. I know, right? Stunning stuff to you.
By the way, check out As the Heel Turns with your host is Goz.
Yeah, talking about pro wrestling. Isn't there times in your life where you just do things to entertain yourself that you think personally are funny?
Monday through Friday, 2 to 7, right here on
That's
the team.
what I'm talking about. Haven't you ever been in a situation in your life where you went for a high five and the person just didn't see it, and then you looked at your hand like something was wrong with your hand and then put it back down? Like little small things like that you just find funny to yourself.
When I used to skate all the time, like ice skate, whenever I would fall, I would try to make it the most creative, like get back up. Like, so it looked like I meant to do it.
Right.
So, like, if you go down to one knee, you spin around, stand back up, and skate off. And then people are like, that fat guy skilled or lucky?
Or how about like when you get a shot at the doctors and they tell you like this isn't going to hurt, this is going to be fine, and then you just scream, ah! Like the doctor like thinks there's something wrong, but you know that's funny to yourself. That's why I feel like Coach Patsos did. He just did
mess with people with pointy objects. No.
Yeah, I sadly do. That's why I feel like Coach Patsos did. He thought in his mind it'd be funny, and it was funny.
Right.
So I was cool with it.
Yeah, I think he was caught in an awkward situation, and he made the most of it. And that's our dude. Now he's not going to talk about it anymore because he's on to the next game.
On to the next game. Carmelo Anthony still wants to be a New York Knick. Why?
He loves New York, baby. Where else can you make guest appearances on Saturday Night Live, whether or not you're good? Sons of Anarchy weren't calling you when you were in Denver. You know, Lala wants to be on a coast. Lala does not want to be in Chicago. So this is the place for him, man.
That's the answer right there at the end. Lala Vasquez, his wife, Lala Anthony, whatever she's going by now for their television
If that's
stardom.
your real name.
Former TRL VJ, right? Video jock, not the DJ,
I have no idea.
disc jockey. I think they changed the VJs, whatever she wants.
I think I watch the challenges. That's the only thing I watch on MTV. I love the challenge.
So she was doing that, then she hopped on VH1, and that's what it is. She wants to stay in New York City. She wants to continue to raise her family there. She likes the city. She's friends with celebrities. Gabrielle Union and her were sitting together when the Bulls played the Knicks the other day. His wife wants to stay there. And if you told your wife, hey, look at your life, think about it. Your wife's happy, your kids are happy, you're making more money than you ever made in your entire life, but you're not as successful at the business that you'd hoped. 2 out of 3 is not bad. I'd take 2 out of 3.
If I looked over and saw my wife, I would be very confused because I'm not married.
I'm going to move on before we get too deep in this one. The Atlanta Falcons are the favorites over the Green Bay Packers this weekend. Why?
More complete team. Best offense left as a whole right now is the Atlanta Falcons offense. Green Bay doesn't have a secondary. Some would say that they were kind of lucky to get away from Dallas. So makes sense. You know, that's the higher seed. Atlanta's favorite.
I'm surprised by your answer there. I truly am, because you've become the biggest Atlanta Falcon hater for weeks.
Oh, I'm going to pick against them.
Well, wait. If you're going to pick against them, then why didn't you just say the Packers are the favorites? If you think the Packers are going to win, are we talking points? Is it that close for you? You think the Packers are going to cover?
There's a difference between what the spread should be and how it's going to fall out. Like, if the Packers were favored, I would sell my house and put all the money on the Packers. Because there's no way they should be favored. They're the lower seed. They got a ton of injuries. If it's not for last-minute heroics from Crosby and Rodgers, they ain't here. And meanwhile, the Falcons just annihilated the Seahawks. I think the Pack could win this game. I definitely think they could win this game. But the Falcons should be favored.
I know you and I made our picks last night on the Upstate Sports Edge. We're going to have Kelly O'Donnell with us later this week. But I'm going to continue to fight back and forth on this game.
I picked win.
You did.
I did not pick.
You did not do your
spread.
fantasy versus reality pick. You did not. I did pick the win. But I'm not feeling confident just a day later because of Aaron Rodgers. Everyone for weeks thought, all right, they're going to lose this one. Injuries will they're not losing. Well, why now? Why against Atlanta? The defense is average to below average. Green Bay's defense isn't great, but Atlanta has a great offense. I'm okay with them being favored, but I'm ready to flop if Jordy Nelson maybe is out there this weekend, which seems highly unlikely. They're telling me there's a chance.
I don't like anybody going out there with a broken rib. You're just asking to die.
Jose Bautista is coming back to the Toronto Blue Jays. Why?
Water finds its own level, and when you both suck, you belong together. I hate Toronto. I think Batista's overrated. Let it go. Just go there. Be lost. Go to your other. And I love Rugden Odor, man. Give him out, dude.
Was there any small part of you, maybe a little bit, that thought, all right, the New York Yankees need another bat in the lineup. They need a designated hitter, somebody who knows the division. What about Joey Bats?
About Matt Holliday. No, man.
Matt Holliday is the better option for the Yankees. I agree with you.
Less money, as productive, a little more, flexible on where you can put him in the field. No, the Yankees just spent a year or two getting younger, getting better, getting cheaper to make room for future Yankee Bryce Harper. Batista he ruins all of that.
Take the bat flip out of it for Bautista, and I get that's how you became more popular in the national media. Ask baseball fans around the country. If you can get Jose Bautista at 36 years old as a DH, and he's going to help your team get to the playoffs, everybody would want him in that lineup. Except for Baltimore. Baltimore was the one that said, no, we just don't like you.
Our fans don't like you. We can't market you, so we're not going to spend the money on you.
Antonio Brown filmed Mike Tomlin's speech after their win against Kansas City. It is now Wednesday. Have we figured out why yet?
Yes. Immaturity. It all comes down to immaturity. I mean, he made a big mistake. I think he realizes it now. Again, my problem with it, if he does that right after the Super Bowl, we make a little fun of him, but it's washed away by the fact that they just added another trophy to Pittsburgh.
Yep, season's over. What are they going to do? Suspend him for the next game? Sorry, right. Season's over.
Divisional round. You've basically won nothing but travel expenses to New England at this point. Don't celebrate like you won it all. Put the phone away, get back to work. And do not feed Julian Edelman and the rest of the New England Patriots more bulletin board material when Mike Tomlin's up there calling them a-holes.
Thinking about this more and more, if it was 45 seconds, this wouldn't have been a big deal.
No.
If it was 2 minutes.
Well, no, if he got that right 45 where Tomlin's talking about New England, it still would have been a big deal, but I hear where you're going.
Snapchat, what if he got 40 seconds of it, 10 seconds over and over and over? He was on there for 17 minutes.
Yeah.
At any point during that 17-minute stretch, he could have thought.
Tired?
Either his arm gets tired or, man, maybe this is a bad idea. I don't feel like doing this anymore. He waited all 17 minutes.
Yeah. Dumber move, the video or the boat cruise for a wide receiver this year?
Oh, definitely the boat cruise.
You think the boat cruise is dumber than the video?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I disagree. I go the other way. But
why?
Okay.
We've seen, why? Why do you believe that? Let's do another one right here.
Because I don't think the boat cruise has anything to do with anything else. I just think the media made the boat cruise a big deal. It wasn't a big deal. Antonio Brown screwed up. Bad.
But we've seen cameras in the locker rooms before at the end of games watching coaches give speeches on Fox and CBS.
Even Brandon Marshall's calling him an idiot. You know what I mean? This is... there's stuff you don't do. And if I'm any one of those other players, I'm ticked off. That's my time. You're taking my time without my permission.
I'm willing to put a big investment on this. We are going to see in the next 6 to 18 months more videos of coaches' post-game speeches, game balls getting handed out, all that stuff, compared to athletes a week before a big game out on boats.
The reason that what do you mean? Okay, so athletes will do it? Because are you saying the NFL will find a way to put a camera in there in that 10 minutes?
A little bit of both. More so the NFL.
But let me just tell you this, that it can't happen. Not by the NFL. It's not in the CBA. CBA, I have a cool down period.
Whoa. I've definitely seen this. Broncos.com, I remember.
Yeah, the team can do it. but that's not really the 10 minutes. They've already had their 10 minutes. Now they take another
down.
Right now they take another 10 for themselves. There won't be a roving like the spider cam that goes on top. There won't be one of those in the locker room. It's not going to happen.
They're going to do their best to make it happen. I'm telling you.
Got to be collectively bargained.
You and I are Big Brother fans.
As a player, think about this. You've been in locker rooms. You want your 10 minutes.
You sure do.
You want to put little Tom Gozlowski and the Twins away before the cameras roll in.
Okay, we're going to the final one here. Last
why?
one. A White Men Can't Jump movie remake is allegedly on the way, Levack. Why?
Because original ideas no longer exist. It's interesting. Like, I would almost rather... I want to know how they're going to do it. Is it a remake, or is it kind of like a distant sequel? Like, will there be a cameo from Woody Harrelson and Wesley Snipes? If there's a cameo from all those guys, or like is Rosie Perez still winning Jeopardy? Like, if Rosie Perez is still winning Jeopardy and it's like now, then I love this movie. But if it's just a complete re-imagery and like Blake Griffin's going to be in it, I'm out. I don't want it.
Can you help me through the thought process of, hey, a movie had success 30 some odd years ago? It could be anything. 25, like Starsky and Hutch had a remake. We go through the things that have had remakes recently. So you sit down and think, okay, this was good years ago. It's going to be good again because people are going to want a knockoff version of it? How does that even make sense? Like Rush Hour trying to be a TV show. I think Taken's going to be a TV show on NBC. So what is the thinking behind that?
All right, so I have a proven successful idea, and I put a little tweak on it. And now I'm going to put it back out there for you. It's a lot less work. It's like chicken nuggets, man. Chicken patties were already good, and then somebody went, let's make nuggets, and everyone went crazy.
I was going to say, what example has this ever worked in before? Ghostbusters is the most hated YouTube video of all time, the most disliked video of all time. People went to the movie.
But it got a good, they made money.
Would you consider Star Wars?
No, Star Wars, Sherlock. There's
Hawaii
been a million
Five-0.
of them. Oh, that's terrible. I can't watch that.
It's
nonsense.
Still on the air, though.
The Baywatch. You tell me you don't want to watch the Baywatch movie with The Rock?
That's different.
Wait, why is that different?
You know that's different.
Why is that different? Why? Why? Hey, guys, why? You want to study abroad?
There's going to be good-looking women in that. You're right. I've been called out. You're right.
So, all right. So, what if in White Man Can't Jump, it's now all women, and they're all really, really hot? It's white women can't
I know
jump.
what you're trying to do to me right now. What if I said no to that?
You're a liar.
Of course. When I called out on that, I can't say no to that.
So basically, what you're telling me is, if I add hot chicks to any of these ideas, you will pull back your
Wait, you've twisted what I've asked. You've went so...
No, I'm not.
No. This is one of the few times...
there isn't hot women's in it.
You have overthought this.
If the Ghostbusters remake is Charlotte McKinney, Alexandra Daddario, give me a Kardashian and another hot chick.
Khloe Kardashian.
And another hot chick.
Brooklyn Decker.
Are you watching it?
Of course. My original question was, why are they recycling ideas? You've then decided to go deep and say, hey... recyclable.
I'm going to recycle all the ideas and just put hot chicks in it.
Right. Your idea was the
I win.
recyclable ideas that have hot chicks in movies, and it's going to work. Of course that's going to work.
There you go.
You haven't discovered anything, Levack. Everyone knows that.
I'm basically just doing what the porn industry has done.
Oh my God.
I'm just adding the word bone into any title, and I'm letting it back out into the world.
Why did you do this to me?
Why? Because I can.